Well guys, the day is finally here. Arc Raiders have officially given us the full-on in-depth gameplay with all the details that we basically need. Now, this game has been in development for an entire decade. I've been watching this game straight up for almost 7 years, and there's been a lot of changes in this game because first it was set to be a free-to-play PvE looter shooter game. Now let's be honest, all of us did think at some point that this was going to be another scam game or a game that just got cancelled, which is never going to happen. But guess what? We have finally officially gotten a full-on gameplay. Now before we get into all the final details, let's actually take a look at the official gameplay that was basically shown yesterday. I think that's when this trailer came out, and it's even in 4K. Amazing. Now Arc Raiders early tech test gameplay October 2024. Now this does not represent the final quality, which means that it's probably going to be much more polished when it comes out, and I'm just all in for it at this point.
Arc Raiders is a multiplayer extraction adventure set in a distant future here on Earth. Players start in Speranza, one of the few places in the Rust Belt that is relatively safe from Arc machines that occupy the surface. There are thousands of people living down here, and there is always a need for vital materials from the world above. The Raiders are the ones who put themselves at risk.
So we play as these raiders, apparently. It's kind of similar to the concept of what we have already seen in Tom Clancy's The Division, where we play as the Division agents, but then in this game, we play as raiders who are going to be the, superheroes or like the soldiers who are going to fight against the machines that have taken over humanity. The same concept like Division,
Arc, as well as other rival
a little bit
raiders,
different.
For a price. It is from here that players can reach different parts of the Rust Belt through a network of repurposed tunnels.
Oh, so you can like go through the map using these tunnels? Wow, it actually looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. I never really thought this game was even gonna happen, but finally it's official. The gameplay is here, and this is how it looks. It looks pretty good, decent enough.
Is on a quest, a job to obtain a seed vault from a research facility deeper into the city.
So it's like a 3-player co-op game. It also has PvP now.
Medical supplies, some rare parts.
Because it's
and their best lead is a pharmacy nearby.
MMORPG extraction shooter game. We'll go into all the further details, but as of now, let's just focus on the gameplay here.
A red flare is a signal of a raider getting knocked down. But you never really know what happened there until you go look. Could have been a fight between raiders or Arc.
All right, so it actually gives you like a red flare. Hold on. You see the red flare over here. So anytime a player dies, you'll actually know that there are players in that location, because anytime they get knocked, you'll actually see this flare go all the way up. So that's basically how you know. Just watch this right over here. You see the flare going up.
A red flare is a signal of a raider getting knocked down. But you never really know what happened there until you go look. Been a fight between raiders or Arc. You never know.
Wasp over there.
So the yellow zones means it's confirmed Arc activity. All right.
Let's go there.
So I believe the red is like there's going to be a lot of Arc activities, which means the bots. Oh, you can hear some players. There's a gunfight going on. Oh, you see that? The bots are actually shooting the players down there. Oh, there are also more players down here? So there are basically going to be 2 different types of bots as far as what I've heard. I think I've heard this from Jack Frags. The dude actually got to play this whole demo thing, or like the test phase of this game. And as far as what he said, there is going to be like 2 different types of, enemies, like the AI enemies. One are the huge robotic spider-like machines, and then you have all of these drones. And these are like your most biggest enemies that you need to keep away from. And most of the time, like 90% of the time, you just can't avoid gunfire. So you need to go in there, fight your gunfire, and at the same time, other players are definitely going to know you're there. So it's either going to be like kill or be killed, or some players might not even decide to kill you. It's just, their own personal opinions. what's this? You unlock this place. All right. That's like the tense moment. Like you never know
pharmacy now.
where the players are going to be.
It looks like they are probably the first ones here. But you can never be sure. So it is wise to double check your corners.
Oh, there's another player here.
Don't shoot, I'm a friend.
You wanna split the loot?
You even have proximity chat where you can like speak to other players, and like you can see they've just spoken here, and they ask if they want to split the loot.
Split the loot?
Oh, and he gets shot. And you see, as soon as he gets shot, there's like this flare that just goes off.
You wanna split the loot?
Boom. There we go. So it was another player group right there.
Making friends in the Rust Belt is not easy, but that doesn't mean it can't happen.
Oh, he's sniping. It's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. The PvP combat's gonna be intense. Look at that.
Wasp up there. Careful, that's a hornet.
Oh, so the drones are gonna be called as hornets? Wasp and hornets? Different types of drones, I guess. So they're trying to go inside this building to see where the player is that they were just firing at. Yo, that's actually creepy, man. There is no electricity, so you need to use your flashlights.
Some plastic.
Looks like they got what they came for, and now it's time to get out of here.
That's creepy, honestly.
Everything that you find will be lost if you don't make it out alive.
Because there might be players
But
just
raiders
sneaking
know
around
this.
in the dark,
It's
and
what
you
they
never
do.
know. They might just be camping. Oh, look at that. Damn. You see, that's exactly what I was talking about, right? They might be anywhere. You never know. It's all dark in here. Oh, there he is.
Raider, contact.
I think that was the guy who was sniping them from the roof. And here's this entire team. Oh, crazy. I wonder how you're going to be extracting in this game, though.
Engaging in firefights may sometimes be the only way out of a tight spot. Other
Okay.
times, being cautious and staying out of sight is the better option to make it out.
You see, there are different
For
types of
raiders hoping
drones,
to
and then there are
thrive, the Rust Belt
huge
is filled
robots.
with opportunities and secrets. If you know where to look.
I think
You'll
this is
have
like
to
the
stay
extraction
vigilant
zone.
up there on the surface, where an armada of arc machines roam unchecked. Where motives of other raiders remain dangerously unclear. You'll need to be resourceful, work with what you have, and sometimes make plans on the fly.
Well, that's like the Starlink.
What
It
are you
auto lands, you know, the Elon Musk rockets.
prepared to risk
It's
to get
already
what you
predicted in the
want?
game.
Ultimately, you get to decide what kind of raider you'll become. Shaping your own legacy, your raider, and your home.
All right, coming 2025. We don't have an exact release date yet. It's coming basically for all the platforms: PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, Epic Games, and even GeForce Now. All the platforms, basically whatever you can ask for. And it's not available on the last-gen consoles. I know a lot of you guys might be asking in the comments, is it coming for PS4? And the answer, as of now at least, is no. Because obviously, you know, the graphics and everything, it looks truly next gen, not gonna lie. It actually looks pretty good. So yeah, the Starlink, man, look at this. The rockets have already been
Sometimes make plans
predicted in the
clear.
game.
You'll need to be resourceful.
See that?
Work with what you have, and sometimes
Damn.
make plans on the fly.
Nice. So those rockets are gonna be like some sort of airdrop, which you need to manually go in there and like break it open.
What are you?
Wow, so it's gonna give you like loots and stuff, I guess. And then you got like a couple of these zip lines here and
Prepared to
there.
risk
You need to use
to
those
get
zip
what-
lines. I think there's a lot of stealth. There's like boxes which you can pick up.
Ultimately, you get to decide what kind of raider you'll become. Shaping your own legacy, your
All right, so let's just go back a little bit over here. So as you can see, there are going to be multiple machines, by the way. There are going to be different types of drones, and there are also going to be different types of these huge spider bots. And some of the spider bots are actually pretty darn big, man. They're pretty darn huge. To move down here, I think, where was that? I think we actually get to see like those huge bots. So stealth is indeed available in this game.
Being cautious and staying out of sight is the better option to make it out.
See, there are these things which kind of, try to figure out where the players are, I guess, so you need to stay away from them. And stealth is going to work out. And these, man, these are like the behemoth thing. And in order to take these down, I think you're supposed to use like the zip line and all the wires and threads, I guess. So you just need to pull it down together. And then after it's defeated, you need to climb up there and collect as many loots as possible.
For raiders hoping to thrive, the Rust Belt is filled with opportunities and
look at that.
Secrets.
And this is how you extract. You need to get to this location, probably like a pod over here, and then you need to fire a flare and probably wait for a couple of seconds or minutes, and that's pretty much it. That's how you extract.
You'll have to stay vigilant.
And damn, this is how like the huge robots are going to look like. Look at that. Look at one huge leg of that thing. It's actually pretty huge. And you also have like huge drones, which is going to shoot missiles. The water effects, man. Look at this. When the thing blows up,
have to stay vigilant up there.
Look at the thing. Like as soon as it shoots through the water, like look at all those splashes. Damn. And this game is actually being developed using Unreal Engine 5 technology. So you already know, like Unreal Engine is like the best of the best. And there's like another type of spider bot as well, which is like a small spider bot.
Motives of other raiders remain dangerously unclear. So it is wise to double check your corners.
So yeah, so you basically have all of these emotes, and at the same time you can use these emotes and use your proximity chat in order to speak to other players. It's good stuff. And also, as far as what I've heard from Jack Frags, the guy actually gave us a lot of more details about this whole game. And Jack Frags actually gave us a lot more details about this game. And as far as what he said, the game is actually pretty good. And as far as what he has tested, he thinks that the game is fully ready for an official launch, and it's not going to be very long or far away from the official launch. Probably the best guess as far as when he thinks it's going to be releasing is going to be in like the first month or like the first week of 2025. And unfortunately, when the game was first announced, it was officially known to be like a free-to-play game, but not anymore. It's currently going to be costing us $40. But initially, the game was supposed to be launching as a free-to-play PvE game where you're going to be co-oping with all the other players online, and you're not supposed to kill each other, whereas you're supposed to take down all of these mechanical bots. So it's basically like a single player game, or you can even choose to play with your friends and co-op, and it's basically like a raid party. So that's basically how this concept of the game was initially, but then they decided to go ahead, change those things up, and now they're working on a full-on multiplayer game, which is a PvE zone as well as PvP zone. So it's like an MMO RPG world where all the players are going to be connected in this one server, and each game is going to be lasting up to like 30 minutes long. So that's how far each game is going to take for you to complete. So each rounds, or like the extraction rounds, what you would like to call. So the game is all about extraction shooter mechanics, and that's basically what the game is representing. So it's not really open world like Tom Clancy's The Division entirely. It's more like an extraction shooter. So just think of yourself being inside the dark zone of Tom Clancy's The Division. So you kind of just get an idea of what this game is all about. It's only the focus of, you surviving the dark zone, getting the best loots, and getting out of that place. Now, the game can also be played in solo mode as well as in trio. There is not going to be duos, so it's only going to be solo or trio. So these are the only two options that's available as of now. now. Maybe in the future, we never know. They might be adding in some more options to the game as well. It's completely up to the developers, and based on what players' feedbacks are, that's probably how it's going to work out. So in this game, you're going to be playing in a location called Speranza, and Rust Belt is going to be your base of operation. And these bases are like one of the few places that actually survived and has survivors after the invasion of these robots and machines. So this is going to be your main base where you're going to start off everything, where you're going to be able to sell all of your goods that you get out of these dark zones, or maybe not dark zones, like since I played a lot of Division, I would like to call it the dark zones. But in this game, it's called as Speranza. That's the location. So when you go into the Speranza and get as many loots as possible, you will be able to sell those loots and get better items, or, you know, even exchange that for currencies, which will be available in your base of operation. And that is where it's going to be like a whole game changer. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game so far. I'm excited for it. And as far as what I've seen and heard about the reviews for the game and the early access, as far as what Jack Frax has tried so far, he says that the game is actually pretty good and it's having a lot of potential. And this could turn out to be a pretty darn good game. And also the game has already gotten a lot of hype revolving around. So I definitely don't see why not. So they've even added this game on Steam currently. You can go ahead and wishlist this game, and you can even request access as of now. I don't know. And the access is most probably going to be like for the beta or the alpha access. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, let them give me access so I can give you guys my honest feedbacks on what this game is like, and hopefully share some more gameplay with you guys. But yeah, as far as what we know, it's going to be $40. That's like the fixed price, but you can still request for access, and if you're lucky enough, you will most probably get the game for free, and you'll get to test the game out or try the game out and see for yourself. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this whole game and the whole situation? I would honestly love to know your feedbacks and whatever you guys have to say about this game. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And the most important of all, now that the game costs $40, will you actually be purchasing this game or not? Let me know in the comments down below, because that is one thing I'm kind of just wondering if players are actually going to invest some money into this game, because there are some really good looter shooter games out there in the market which are free to play. And honestly, I don't think it's like a good idea for the developers to like initially plan the game to be free to play and then hype everyone up. And now that it's going to be costing $40 and they've just gone and made it like a full-fledged multiplayer PvP and PvE game, I don't know, most probably that is why they're costing money for this game as of now. So $40, will you guys be getting it? Or do you think that there are so many other, you know, looter shooter games out there that are way better and it's also free to play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's see how many players are actually going to go ahead and try this game out. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys could go on and find this video helpful, drop a like on this video, really goes a long way. Subscribe for more awesome content like these every single day, where I keep you guys updated about all the latest gaming news, informations, updates, and every single thing you guys need is going to be right on your fingertips if you are subscribed to this channel. So I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.